Sure, yeah, so let's start with the good news. I think the good news is that by and far, cancer care has a wide covering. Um, I think pretty much everybody's accepted that if you're, going to have an employee or a family member of an employee who's covered under your plan that needs cancer care, that the coverage needs to be as broad as it can be. Certainly now with the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, pushing some of the boundaries on even experimental care in cancer care and in other care, it has broadened the coverage capability. And so I think the good news is that someone who has cancer, who's covered by the plan, usually will get the care they need without jumping through a lot of hurdles. Once they get past their deductible, if they have one, it's pretty much an open field and they get everything covered. So I think it's a pretty wide area. I think the challenge with cancer care, the difficulty or the bad news, if you want, with cancer care is that as costs rise, employers are going to be pushed with finding ways to lower or to moderate that spend. Through advocacy or through centers of excellence or through other means, narrowing the coverage, looking at ways to help control and redirect that cost, putting in genetic testing to match drugs to the person. Those are all going to kind of come up more, and the hurdles are going to get a little bit more challenging for an employee or a family member to navigate through that field. I've always advocated, and while I was at Walgreens, we put in a very strong navigation program that was run by our carrier partners, Blue Cross and United. And I think that program really helped people navigate through some of the field that is being created, particularly in cancer care, but in other care as well, as employers battle that cost. So I think that the good news and the bad news are both on both ends. Coverage is really good and coverage is strong, but the rising cost of cancer care is forcing employers to look at ways to kind of control that cost and make sure people are getting the right care at the right time for the right price.